Hello friends and families, how are you all doing? It's your girl Estelle and I'm back again this week with a new video and a new recipe to share with you all. So guys, today's dish is very simple. It's boiled rice with fish sauce and it's called Caldou and it's a Senegalese dish. Most of you guys knows I love my Senegalese dish, so yeah, there we go. This is a very simple and easy recipe to follow, and as always, I'm pretty sure if you guys watch the video to the end, you would love this recipe and you may want to give it a try. So my friends, without further ado, let me show you how to make it. So friends and families, I'm going to start by pouring some oil, just enough for this cooking, into my cooking pot. And while the oil is heating up, I'm going to show you the next vegetables and seasoning I've used prior to achieving this. And they are 2 yellow and 1 red seedless sweet pepper. And next are 2 knorr seasoning cubes, and to that I have using 3 white onions which I've chopped, and some garlic, and I did use about 5 of them, and finally 1 green scotch bonnet pepper. And these were the vegetables and seasoning I've used, and chop it together and give it a quick blending using a grinder to a mushy texture. And after grinding it for a while, this is how it looks like, as you guys can see. And next I will be adding it to my cooking pot and give it a stir. Then I will wait until all the vegetables begin to caramelize, and next I will be adding some salted fish. In normally it's supposed to be a fish called yet. It's also like a fermented kind of fish. Because I didn't have that, I've replaced that with the salted fish here. And I will add that in and give it a stir, and also wait until it begins to caramelize. And at that point I am going to add some fresh tomatoes which I've grated, and I did use 2 fresh medium-sized fresh tomatoes to grate it prior to achieving this. And I'm going to add that into my cooking pan as well. Then give it a stir, and I'll stir it until it's well mixed. And next I will be adding just enough of grounded locust bean, and this is how it looks when it's grounded, and this is the way it looks when it's not grounded. And you could find that easily in your local African shop. And there we go. I'm going to add half of this into my cooking, and then the remaining I'll set it aside to use it later. And next I will be adding my green seasoning. This is not compulsory, but if you want to know how I've made my green seasoning, I've already uploaded a video and it's on YouTube. I will link the video at the end of this video so you can follow up and see how I've made my green seasoning. And then after that I will give the stir, and follow by adding just a little bit of water. And then after adding the water, here we go. These are the fish that I will use today for my cooking. It's called kokra fish, but you can use any type of fish such as tilapia and other type of fish for this recipe, and trust me guys, it will taste delicious. So after adding the fish, I'm going to give it a gentle stir to make sure everything is well placed. Then after that I will be adding some garden eggs, but normally you're supposed to put African eggplant, which looks like this, but unfortunately I couldn't get hold of that, so I'm compromising with the garden egg because they both have similar taste. And after adding the garden eggs, next I will be adding some fresh okro. Then I'll follow up by adding some dried bay leaves, which is not compulsory, but guys, if you've been watching my videos, you know I like my dried bay leaves. And to that I will be adding 2 red scotch bonnet peppers. Also I will be adding some lime, but I will use half of a lime for this recipe, and then I will save the other half for later. Then basically I will cover it and let it cook until it's fully cooked. So friends and families, while the sauce is cooking, I'm going to quickly show you how I make my rice. And I'm adding some water to the cooking pan, followed by adding a bit of salt and oil, which is not compulsory. You do not really have to add the oil or the salt. And while the water is boiling, I'm going to quickly steam my rice. And this is how I do steam my rice. And then once I finish steaming, it takes roughly 5 to 10 minutes. And after 5-10 minutes, it would be well steamed at that point. Then I will transfer it into the cooking pan. At that point, the water is also boiling. And I will give it a stir, followed by covering it and let it cook until all the water disappears. And once the water disappeared, I will go in and give it a check to make sure the rice is cooked. And at this point, as you guys can see, I've checked it and the rice is fully cooked. So it's time to proceed to the next stage. Okay, friends and family, now that the rice is cooked, I'm going to quickly show you some side sauce which will go along well with the fish. Here in my cooking pot, I've got some fresh spinach and some fresh okro. In the place of the spinach is supposed to be hibiscus flower, but because I do not have the hibiscus flower, I'm using spinach to replace this. So then I'm going to add a bit of water, and here I'm adding the remaining of the locust beans. And I'll cover it and let it basically cooked until it's fully cooked. And here my spinach and okra is cooked, as you guys can see. So I'm going to go in and give it a blend using my electric blender. And I'll blend it until it's smooth. And after I finish achieving the desired texture, I'm going to squeeze a bit of lime juice. And I'm using the remaining half to do this. And that way I'm sure to have the taste that the hibiscus flower should have given to me if I were to use that. Then I will give it another stir. And once I finish stirring, it would be time to set it aside for later. So friends and families, it's now time to check our sauce. And at this stage, our sauce is fully cooked. So I'm going to go in and give it a gentle stir while being careful not to break my fish. And after stirring it will be time to turn off the fire and let it sit for 5 minutes before serving. And there we go. I'm serving this with the rice I cooked earlier on, and followed by adding the sauce basically and the side sauce. Et voila, this is how your caldou looks like, and I will be enjoying this with my family. And I hope you guys have enjoyed today's video. Give it a try and let me know what you think. And if you like today's recipe, give it a try. Leave me a comment in the comment section below and let me know how it has turned on. And also don't forget to like the video if you've liked today's recipe, and also share it with your friends and families. And if you are new to my channel, and if this is your first time watching my video, thank you so much for tuning up. And please don't forget to subscribe, like the video, and also share my videos with your friends and families. Alright, friends and families, until then, I will catch up with you in my next video. Bye all!